Right, here I am again. This test route is completely different from the ones that's already there. Abdullah was the driver, did extremely well, only had one minor driving fault on this one. So the usual, I'll just be talking. Whenever I go quiet, you know that there's not much to say. And we're going to be exiting the car park, turning left. And please remember, as we always say, have a little pause. I know I keep saying it, but I have to say it on every video. Have a pause here, look through the gate just in case, look for pedestrian, then move forward again. We're going to be turning left, then pause again or have a little look. You don't necessarily have to pause the second time, but make sure you have a look to the right because you want to see what's coming. And at the end of the road, we are going to be turning left, please. Roundabout, we are going to be following the road ahead. Second exit, please. Now, this roundabout by the test center, please be careful. It is very tricky. I would suggest that you should use first gear because you cannot really see completely from the right. It's a blind roundabout. So please use first gear, slow down, have a look, and then go after. Taking the next road on the left, please. So now you may notice there's a car there already doing a reversing exercise. My pupil moved and went around that car. That is indeed the correct thing to do because the responsibility is on the reversing vehicle to stop. Now, have a look at this now. Look at this stop. This is absolutely perfect. Forward planning, seeing the vehicle coming, stopping in a way where you can see the tires on tarmac as well. Brilliant. Roundabout, we're following the road ahead, please. Now, again, this roundabout, it is a little bit tricky, this mini roundabout. Again, I would suggest using first gear because an approach, if you look to the right, you cannot really see anything coming. And even when you get to here, you cannot see. So use first gear and look at that. Beautiful, nice little pause, have a good look, and then continue. Again, you don't have to stop, but make sure your car is really, really, really slow. Now, have a look. Look at this forward planning. Can you see that car coming into the road? Look how far away my pupil actually saw that vehicle from and decided to wait again, tires and tarmac, and that vehicle will go past. Then my pupil then go around. Absolutely brilliant. That is how you want to drive. You want to be aware of your surrounding and plan well ahead. So coming up to this junction, the examiner won't say where to go because if you notice the arrow there says left only. So the examiner will not say anything. They will just observe and see what you do. Directly in front of you, there's a no entry. So basically you cannot go straight ahead. You can only go left. So please remember to look out for road markings. Traffic light, we're turning right, please. So earlier you may have noticed that I said the pupil got one minor driving fault. It is in and around this area. Have a look and tell me if you can spot the one minor driving fault that the pupil received. And we're going straight ahead. Did you notice it? Did you notice it any at all? Rewind the video if you need to. You may have noticed that the vehicle, the front of the vehicle lift. At that point, the pupil actually stalled right at the traffic light. But luckily enough, he was able to get it back quickly and then get moving without causing any obstacle to other road users. There was no vehicle behind him as well, so that helped as well. On this meeting situation, personally, I would have stopped. I would have expected him to stop. To be fair, he went through very, very slowly, hence not causing any obstacle to other road users. But please do not take that risk. Stop, let the other vehicle come through, and then you can continue. We are going to be taking the next road on the left, please. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Pedestrians are in the road. Why did he not stop for them? Now, one, he doesn't have to because it's not a legal requirement. It's over the other side of the road. Personally, if it's safe to do so, I would actually have stopped. Now, at the end of the road, we are going to be turning right, back into the pedestrians. Two, they're standing in between cars, so they are being protected as well. So you have to take that into consideration. Again, as I said, I would have stopped if it was safe to do so, but he didn't do anything wrong on this occasion. Please remember, if you haven't got time to check your center mirror, please, you do not have time to stop unless it's an emergency. For example, if you're doing an emergency stop, you do not need to check your center mirror. At the end of the road, we are going to be turning right, please. Now, turning right here, please remember you're going across the dual carriageway. You can see the arrow there that says to you, come over. Please do not go behind. That's very, very important. And you can see there now, my pupil paused because the other vehicle's coming down. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to him. Roundabout, we're turning left, taking the first exit, please. Park on the left in a safe place, please. And drive on when ready, please. So another awareness and planning, which was brilliant here. You can see the pupil seeing the parked vehicle and switching to the right lane as early as possible. That is what we call forward planning and awareness, or awareness and planning, whichever way you want to look at it. At the traffic light, we're following the road ahead, please. And please remember, stay in the right lane as long as you can see parked vehicle on the left lane. Do not come in and out and in and out. Just stay in the right lane, providing it's a dual carriageway, because that is very important. Traffic light, follow the road ahead, please. Roundabout, we're turning right, taking the second exit, please. So this runabout, it is a little bit tricky, so be very careful with the number of exits and how you count it. So that's one exit that's just there. When we come around now, where that blue car is going, we cannot count that because that's a separate road. And here is second exit. So we're coming off here. We give the left signal after we pass that road to tell them that we're coming down to Jockey Road. Traffic light, we're turning left, please. Be very careful of this road as well. Because it's got a bend, you can easily well touch the curb. So you've got to slow down to avoid that bend that's on the floor there. But the sign there that tells you early, at the runabout, we're turning left, first exit, please. So there's a sign there that tells you early regarding the bend. So be careful. Remember throughout the drive to look for change of speed all the way throughout the drive. So you can see the sign there that says 40 miles an hour. Now, you've got to make sure that you get up to speed once it's safe to do so. On a 40-mile-an-hour road, maybe 36, 37, 38, you don't have to get to 40 miles an hour. Vary the speed according to the road conditions. So if there's a bend, slow down, maybe 32 miles an hour, anything you feel you can handle. But please remember to look out for the speed sign because that makes the difference between a pass or, I don't like to say fail, or a test that is unsuccessful. Now, considering that it's 40 miles an hour, you've got to be thinking, when is it going to change? Is it going to change to 50 or is it going to change to 30? So please look out for a change of speed whilst you're driving. Don't just think, oh, it's 40 miles an hour. It's going to be 40 miles an hour all the way on this road because it's the same road. No, the speed limit change according to the part of the road that they deemed to be higher risk. What do you notice coming up? Can you see the change of speed? Make sure to check your center mirror to make sure it's safe and make sure that you're doing 30 miles an hour or 28, 29 by the time you get to that speed sign. Traffic light, we're turning right, please. So here my pupil did a perfect road positioning. He's not stopping that vehicle from turning right and he's not stopping those vehicles from going straight ahead. So absolutely brilliant. Now the question is, which lane would have been better to come over? I would have personally come over to the left lane earlier, but my pupil was familiar with this road, so he knew in advance that it merged into one. So it's okay to come over it to the right. Take the next road on the left, please. Another absolutely brilliant stop this is. So even though the parked vehicles are on their side of the road and my pupil have the priority, he deemed it necessary that it's best that I wait because they're already committing. So we're taking the next road on the right, please. That's what we call awareness and planning. That was very, very, very good. I'd like you to park on the left for me, please. Just before we get to this car, leaving enough room to move away. Don't worry about the drive on this occasion. Leaving at least a car's length. That will do. Thank you very much. Now, for every test that you do, you will get this. This is called moving off at an angle, and it's just the examiner way of testing your clutch control and your steering control. So when you're moving away, please move away slowly and make sure that you don't take the steering too early back towards the car that you just moved away from. Okay, and park on the left in a safe place for me, please. This is where we'll be carrying out the maneuver exercise. Shortly, I'd like you to pull up alongside that car, reversing, finishing within 2 cars length. On this occasion, ignoring the drive, treat the low curb as if it's I. So when you're ready, please. That was an absolutely brilliant parallel park. Even the pupil afterwards had to say that he was well impressed with the way he did that. That was really, really, really good. So credit to him. Abdullah, one more shout out. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Well done for that one. End of the road right, please. End of the road, turning left, please. At the roundabout, we're turning right, taking the fourth exit, please. At the traffic light, we're turning left, please. Here, personally, I would have come over a little bit later in order to do the left turn at the traffic light. Again, there was no danger as such, but I would have just left it just a little bit later before positioning, considering the parked car was just right there. Taking the next road on the left, please. Taking the next road on the right, please. Park on the left in a safe place for me, please. Okay, thank you. So shortly, I will be asking you to carry out the emergency stop. So when I ask you to stop, I just stop, put my hand out, and I would expect you to bring the car to a complete stop. So when you're ready, drive on, please. So here you might notice the pupil not moving straight away and you're thinking, why is he taking so long? No, the thing is, once there's a vehicle coming from behind you, it doesn't matter how far they are. Considering you're going to be doing the emergency stop, you would not move out. You would only move when it's absolutely clear, completely clear. Shortly, you will see the vehicle go past that learner car. So my pupil did absolutely brilliant with that one. Stop! Thank you. I won't ask you to do that again. Drive on when ready, please. At this point, it is vital that you have a good look round. So have a look from your left shoulder over to your right shoulder before you actually move off. Left shoulder, right shoulder, blind spot before moving off. If you don't, they will mark you as serious. End of the road, we're turning left, please. And we're following the road ahead, please. Please remember, this is not a roundabout. It's just a normal crossroad. Like, for example, can you see the positioning of this vehicle? Now, they're in trouble if they're on a test. I'm not sure if that's a test, but they would be in trouble because you must position more to the right, like the way my pupil just positioned to go straight over. So be very careful. It is not a roundabout. It's just a normal crossroad. I'm hoping they're just on a lesson, to be fair. Shortly, we're going to be turning left back into the test center for me, please. So, guys, please remember, do not signal too early because you've got that side road. Okay, wait until you go past that side road to give a left signal. Preferably wait until you pass the single line. Give the signal just as you get to the double line. And remember, always use first gear when coming into this car park, nice and slow. Okay, and we're following the road around. Please just follow it round and just park up anywhere on the left here for me, please. Don't worry about parking in between bay or over the bay or anything like that. Just park up for me, please. It's fine, thank you. That's the end of the test. And I am pleased to say that you have passed. Well done, Abdullah.